Thanks for listening to Car Talk. Now, when you're ready for something less lousy, check out the NPR One app for your phone for exclusive bonus content from NPR's hit podcast, Invisibilia. Find the brand new season of Invisibilia, stories from your local station, and more great podcasts on the NPR One app. It's on your app store now. Hello and welcome to Car Talk from National Public Radio with us, Click and Clack, the Tappet Brothers, and we're broadcasting this week from the Department of Gender Studies here at Car Talk Plaza. Now, as you know, this is an ongoing field of study for us, and this week we present yet another contribution to the scholarly literature. This came to us from Tony Martino via email, and we don't know where he got it from.
Well, actually, we do, because if you read it carefully, it came from the guy who created the symptoms, Matt, whose last name no one understands. Groaning, greening, or growning.
The Graining of America. Yeah. I read that book.
Okay, here it is. Women speak in estrogen and men listen in testosterone. And it's basically some more information on the differences between the genders. And I am fascinated by this. Okay, regarding various topics. I'll just pick a few here.
Pray, proceed, Watson.
Handwriting. To their credit, men do not decorate their penmanship. They just chicken scratch. Women use scented colored stationery, and they dot their I's with circles and hearts. Women use ridiculously large loops in their P's and G's. It's a royal pain to read a note from a woman. Even when she's dumping you, she puts a smiley face at the end of the note. See, and that's true.
Have a nice life.
Have a nice life, jerk. Nicknames. If Gloria, Suzanne, Deborah, and Michelle go out for lunch, they call each other Gloria, Suzanne, Deborah, and Michelle. If Mike, Phil, Rob, and Jack go out for a brewski, they refer to each other as Bullet Head, Butchie, the Jocko, Frank,
Joe Bag of Donuts.
Yeah, true. Offspring. Children. A woman knows all about her children. She knows about dentist appointments, soccer games, their names, romances, their best friends, their favorite foods, their secret fears, their hopes, and their dreams. A man is vaguely aware of some short people who live in the house. This is good. Cats. Now, we know about cats. Women love cats. Men say they love cats, but when women aren't looking, men kick cats. Now, I happen to know that you have had several incidents with your wife's cats.
Yes, I have.
I didn't know cats could fly until that
Nor
day.
Did they?
My brother actually taught his wife's cat to fly. It was sort of a trial by fire. And he learned.
It had been a particular. I have to explain it now. It had been a particularly exasperating day
for you or the cat.
And I had been expecting an important phone call, and there I was this was in the days before the answering machine.
Yeah.
And there I was in the shower trying to unwind, so to speak, whereupon I hear the phone ringing.
Oh.
I jump out of the shower, afraid I'm going to miss my call, and in doing so, I slip and smash my shoulder, which subsequently required a cortisone shot, into the door frame of the bathroom.
Oh.
I manage, however, to get to the phone before it stops ringing.
And it's the cat.
And close. I pick up the phone and I say, hello? Hello? And there's no one there. And I realize that my cat had chewed through the wire.
Oh.
You know, the curly wire that runs from the receiver to the rest
of
the unit.
It's a lot of fun to play
as
with
he
that.
liked to do.
Yeah.
That's the day he learned to fly. But
yeah, well,
I mean,
it's good. Hey,
you know, I mean, it wasn't anything cruel. It
I'm
was
sure
just
he stood out from the crowd.
He did.
Not every cat can do that.
And it made us. It bonded us. We were closer than ever for those next few
No,
days.
he was pretty far away from
for those next few days that he lived. Anyway, if you'd like to talk to us, our number is 888-CAR-TALK. That's 1-888-227-8255. Hello, you're on Car Talk.
Hello, boy, am I glad to talk to the expert.
Boy,
I got a funny feeling
we
we ain't going to be glad to talk to you.
Yeah.
My name's Andy Bean, and I live in Portland, Oregon.
Hi, Andy.
Mm-hmm.
I moved out here a little over a year and a half ago with a Jeep Cherokee.
Moved out from where?
I moved here from Wyoming.
Wow.
Yeah.
Someone said go west, and you just didn't go far enough the first time. Whereabouts in Wyoming did you live?
I grew up in a small town called Buffalo. It's up in the...
Good name.
Yeah.
It's right next to Buffalo Chips.
And now you're in the big city?
Yep. I still laugh when I go out to the bars here and I see people dressed up as cowboys in the West. So.
Yeah, because there are real cowboys in Wyoming, for sure. Anyway, what's going on, Andy? What did you call us?
All right, I called you guys because I moved out here with my Jeep, and my car knowledge is probably about as extensive as saying that I will never be the one who answers the automotive questions on the puzzler.
Aha.
And I've got this problem on my Jeep that I've had where every time I decelerate, I notice that the floorboards in the back, there's a thumping noise. Thump, 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 thump. And it slowly gets a little louder as I decelerate to the intersection, and I don't know if that's because the car's getting quieter and I just notice it more.
Yeah, right. Isn't that an optimist view?
Or what it can be. But being innovative at first, I thought I could fix it on my own. So I replaced my muffler myself.
Ooh, hey.
Didn't do exactly a pro job on it, though. I have to state that.
Were there frozen concentrated orange juice cans involved in the repair?
Then I've taken it, and I even thought, okay, it's time for a professional. So I took it to a shop, and they said, well, we don't know what that thumping can be. We didn't hear it at all when we took it out for a spin.
Yeah.
But they replaced my rotors, my pads, my calipers.
In the front?
Yes, in the front.
And this was going to get rid of the noise. This was
Yep.
In the back?
In the back, yeah. The noise is in the back, and
Exactly.
replacing the brakes in the front is going to get rid of the noise in the back.
Well,
Yeah.
it's going to make me pay for it.
So, Andy, you fell for that one? You didn't ask them about how? No.
Well, the brakes needed to be replaced anyway,
Oh.
but they stated, this will fix that noise as well, is your additional bonus.
Yeah, right.
So the noise is still there. I think it's less. I've even had the muffler replaced again because when I did it, I didn't do the greatest job.
So let me ask you this question. If you're going 20 and you slow down to 10, do you get twice as many bumps per minute or whatever at 20 as you do when you do
I
at 10?
think so.
Oh, good.
You do.
Good.
This is a crucial answer. Are you? Is that your final answer?
That is my final answer.
It is.
Dokie.
Well, but obviously, our first reaction when you said you had a bump on the back was that, in fact, some part of the exhaust system was hitting the undercarriage.
It's a classic
but
kind
you
of.
had 5 different mufflers put on there, and it's unlikely that that's happening. The next thing I thought of was that you might have a bad shock absorber in the back.
I thought of that too, but I didn't like that.
But the
Too far away.
But the diminishing frequency of it eliminates that as a possibility.
Okay.
I think what's wrong is that you have a warped brake drum in the back.
Oh,
Okay.
man, you're going to have a hard time justifying that.
Boom,
Oh, man.
boom.
All right, now get me the noise. Help me get that noise from the rear wheel to the floorboards. To the floorboards. He said floorboards.
Well, he's obviously wrong. He's a hick from Wyoming. The heck does he know? He let these guys fleece him for front brakes. He told them the noise was coming from the back. They sell him $1,000 worth of front brake work, and he says, okay.
Well, you're right. He did admit. I mean, he prefaced all of this by saying, "I know absolutely nothing." But
You're right.
Andy, you
Yes.
would know the difference between the rear wheel and the floorboards, would you not?
Andy, search your soul and tell the truth, my son.
Andy is an honest guy.
All
He's
right.
from Wyoming.
And as an honest guy, he's going to answer.
He's going to answer, I think so.
All right. You know, I have to admit I have sinned because
Oh.
my understanding of floorboard was the entire undercarriage frame underneath my feet. So it was actually coming from round the rear wheel all the way near the back.
Andy, you lied to us, you little devil.
Well, I think that's what it is.
Then my brother's right. How he was right, I don't know. He completely disregarded just about
facts.
everything that you said.
Hey, they laughed at Pons and Fleischman,
They're
too.
still laughing at Pons and Fleischman.
But I think, Andy,
See, I'm the one who's supposed to intuit these wacko answers that don't make any sense. You can't do that.
All right. Andy, I have no idea what it is. My brother will give you the answer.
I think it's the brakes in the back.
All right.
Yeah.
I think you got a bad brake drum.
Okay.
Ask these guys who fleeced you for the front brake job to machine the rear drums and to sand up the shoes and put it all back together, and I bet you the noise goes away.
All right. You guys are geniuses.
Well, don't
jump to conclusions.
Don't jump to any conclusions.
See you, Andy.
Enjoy your day.
It was a pleasure to talk to you. He was a nice guy.
He is. Too bad we couldn't have given him a better answer. 1-888-CAR-TALK. That's 888-227-8255. Hello, you're on Car Talk.
Hi, this is Alex in New York.
Alex.
Hi.
In New York City?
New York City, the belly of the beast.
Where do you live? Upper West Side?
Upper East Side.
East. Yeah, whoa.
Yeah. So I was on the Upper East Side. I have a little Mazda Miata, and I have to go to this retirement party up in Eastchester. So Friday afternoon, height of rush hour, it's like 90 degrees, and I'm cruising up the Harlem River Drive. I'm going 2 miles an hour. It's New York. I'm roll stop. And I'm dressed up because I'm going to this retirement party, and I'm wearing this big pair of heels, which I usually don't wear. So cruising along, and I put my clutch starts to feel spongy, and so of course my first reaction is, oh, it's the heels. I'm not used to driving with heels like this on. So so I go forward like maybe 10 more feet, and I realize, oh no, I have about 3/4 of an inch of clutch left. Like I can barely shift it out of first.
Right.
Now, mind you, it's like 6:30. Traffic is not moving, and the last thing you want to do is stall on the Harlem River Drive.
Oh man!
Height of rush hour. So I'm panicking. And now I realize, even though I've got my clutch all the way down, I can't get it out of first. So I say a little prayer to the powers that be. I jam it out of first, and then I get hit with this inspiration that you can drive anywhere in third. So
Oh man, Alex, you are right on top of the situation.
I shove it into third.
Wow.
And once I get past the George Washington Bridge, I can start going 45 miles an hour. I get to this retirement party. I give my little talk. Everything's fine. I now have to get back in my car and drive home. And this guy, I was telling these people at this party about it, and they said, one guy said, it's differential, no problem. Just pump your clutch, you'll be fine. I was like, right. So I get in my little car, and I pump my clutch, and it pops out of gear. And I drive home, and I'm able to shift, and my clutch is no longer spongy. Now, it still feels a little bit rough. And since this happened, whenever I'm slowing down and I'm in neutral, my air conditioner goes.
You don't hear any knocking or anything.
No knocking. Okay. No paranormal forces here. But my question is now, it seems to be fine, and I'm about to drive 8 hours to Maine. So my questions are, will I be safe? Will it happen again? And is my air conditioner about to go? Or is my air conditioner related to my clutch problem?
No, yes, and no.
Yeah, and whereabouts in Maine are you going?
I'm going to Bailey Island.
Bailey Island, that's good.
Yeah.
That's important.
Yeah. It's very important. Are you kidding?
In Bailey Island, not only have they never heard of a Mazda Miata, they have never heard of a Mazda Miata clutch master cylinder, which is what you need.
No.
Yeah, you do.
What happened was the day you were driving to Eastchester.
The clue, if you were giving a puzzler, was the heat.
Oh
man, it was good too.
And then when you left it,
sneaked it in. You sneaked it in, Alex.
Cooled off. Okay, and because the master cylinder was beginning to fail, the master cylinder is attached to your pedal, and as you step on the pedal, the master cylinder creates pressure and pushes the pressure to what's called the slave cylinder.
Yeah.
I know these are politically incorrect terms, but this is what they've been called for years.
It's okay. I'm in New York. We can handle anything.
And the slave cylinder is actually what disengages the clutch. But if the master cylinder, because it's leaking, cannot produce enough pressure, then you push your pedal to the floor and it doesn't disengage the clutch, so you can't shift it. And worse than that, when you begin to move, as you lift your foot off the floor, the car begins to move almost immediately upon releasing the pedal instead of halfway up like it used to.
Yeah.
And
because the clutch is basically almost always engaged. And there's nothing much you can do about it because the thing that makes it disengage ain't working.
It isn't pumping because the rubber seals in it have worn out, And it's been worsened by the fact that the hot weather has made the bore, that is the cylinder in which the piston moves, bigger in diameter.
But then why would pumping the clutch?
Well, pumping it would help because it would tend to compress the air that had leaked into the system. And that's why, even though it's corrected itself since it's cooled off, okay, it isn't.
And when you left the party,
it was cool.
It was cooler.
It was cool. Yeah,
it was night.
Yeah,
and it worked.
Yeah.
And the air that was in there didn't become such a big factor. And pumping it did compress the air somewhat, so that you have air in the system. But it's because the thing has begun to fail. The master cylinder has begun to leak.
So how much is this going to cost me?
Oh, not much.
Oh, come on! I live in New York.
All right, $300 for the estimate.
Not a penny less.
Well, they may want to replace the slave cylinder as well, and if they suggest that,
do it.
Okay.
I'm going to guess it at New York prices to replace the slave cylinder and the master
I'm
cylinder.
going to write down the number right here.
Okay.
I'm going to write down my number, too.
I got my number. Let's see how close we become.
Okay. My number is 449.
Mine is 472.
Oh, you guys are good. I was going to say 500.
Well, that's close enough.
Yeah, I mean, 300 in any other place in the country. New
You
York,
said 5.
500.
He said 449. And what's right exactly in the center of those two numbers?
472.
472.
All right. So you get 10 points.
Good luck, Alex. But get it fixed
So
before
much.
you go to Maine, because you'll never come back.
You'll never
That wouldn't be so bad.
Might not.
They'll be filming the remake of The Birds while you're up there on Bailey Island or wherever the heck it's called.
I'll keep my top up.
Good luck.
Enjoy your summer. Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, look, before we take a break, I think we should remind everybody what last week's puzzle was about. What do you think?
Yeah, well, go ahead. I mean, remind away, brother. Don't let me get in your way. I mean, I don't want to steal your thunder.
Oh, I don't think I was worried about that. I don't even see rain clouds over your brain yet. The puzzler was about some law books that didn't appear to be complete, but they were.
And we'll be NPR.
Support for Car Talk comes from LearnVest. LearnVest is an online financial advice company focused on empowering people nationwide to make smart decisions with their money. If you want to know how aggressively to pay down your student loans, LearnVest can help. If you want to know how much you should put aside for saving or contribute to your retirement account, yep, they are on it. If you're a mechanic wondering how many phony clutch jobs you'll have to sell to land that 45-foot Sea Hunter Sport fishing boat, they can help. They'll create a custom financial plan and pair you with a financial planner to help keep you on track. To see a sample plan and get a $50 credit, go to learnvest.com/car. Hi, we're back. You're listening to Car Talk
Speak
with us.
for yourself.
You're listening to Car Talk with us, Click and Collect, the Tappert Brothers, and we're here to talk about cars, car repair, and the answer to last week's puzzler. And this puzzler, I think I mentioned last week, was from the wonderful world of law, and it was sent in by a fellow named Doug Whiting, and he wrote the following. I went to my attorney's office the other day and was asked to wait in the conference room while my attorney finished milking another client. Did I say that? I heard the mooing from the next room. While I was sitting there, I looked around at the impressive collection of law books on all four sides of me. Most of the books were part of multi-volume reference sets, but I noticed one set of law books that consisted of just 2 volumes. The first book was labeled A through M, as in aardvark through moron. The second volume was N through W, like ninny through wombat. At first, I wondered what happened to the last volume. X, Y, and Z. Maybe it was currently out of the library being used to research a case, I thought. But then I figured out there was no missing volume, that these 2 books were it. And the question is, why was there no X, Y, and Z in this set?
Good. It's good. You know, that's good.
All I have to mention is one of the volumes contained Wyoming.
Oh.
Another one, Missouri. They were state law books, and there are no states that begin with the letters X,
There aren't?
Y, or Z.
What about Ypsilanti?
Do we have a winner?
The winner this week is Andrew Lockhart from Van Buren, Arkansas. And for having his answer selected at random from among all the correct answers that we got, Andrew gets a $26 gift certificate to the Shameless Commerce Division at CarTalk.com. With which, now get this, he can get a copy of our first ever music CD, Car Talk Cartoons, America's Best Disrespectful Car Songs. Seth, Congratulations.
Hey, how's the basement cleanup going? You getting rid of any of those CDs?
Oh, yeah, I mean, I sold 3 cartons last week. I can almost get to the fuse box now.
Well, look, while we don't have a new puzzler coming up in the third half of today's show, because it's what?
Summer.
It's on vacation.
Yeah.
We will tell you where you can find the puzzler this week online if you want one. In the meantime, if you want to give us a call, our number is 1-888-CAR-TALK. That's 1-888-227-8255. Hello, you're on Car Talk.
Hi, this is Nancy from Pembroke Pines, Florida.
Pembroke Pines, Florida.
Yes.
Now, I've been in Florida a few times. I've never seen no stinking pine trees.
Well, you have to come to the southeast part, and we're between Miami and Fort Lauderdale.
And there are pines there?
No.
Well,
Pine
there's a Pembroke
trees?
and there's a pines. Yep.
There are pine trees growing in Pembroke Pines, Florida.
Not
anymore.
sort of.
Yeah,
Before they cut them all down.
Maybe during the Jurassic period there were pine trees growing there, but not anymore.
Yeah, well, so what?
Anyway, what's up, Nancy?
Okay. Well, my husband and I are having a discussion.
Mm-hmm.
As
Euphemism
it were.
for a fight.
Yep. And he drives a '93 Geo Prism.
I always tell my kids, your mother and I are having a discussion.
Wink, wink.
93 Prism, yes.
And I drive the '87 Plymouth Sundance, which is okay with us. That's not the problem.
Okay.
Okay. And we were in the Plymouth Sundance one day, and he was driving, and we were tootling along, and he noticed that the lever on the air conditioner was in the recirculate position.
Which is where it should be.
Except that he said to me, do you drive like that all the time? And I said, yeah, because it cools the car better. And he said, it's not a good idea to drive for long periods with that recirculate lever on because of the possibility of exhaust fumes seeping into the passenger compartment.
Yes, it's a little-known fact that the air conditioner is powered by the exhaust from the vehicle.
Yeah, so I sort of poo-pooed that, and so then he said, no, it's really true. And in fact, he said it could be so dangerous that you could die. And so we both think we're right, you see, because I say that's ridiculous, and he says that's true. So we thought we would go to car court. Can you settle this for us?
Of course we can.
Of
I
course
knew
we
it.
can. I mean, I'm struggling with every one of these wacko stories about cars has some basis, and I'm just trying
In the
to
male gender.
I'm trying to figure out what could possibly have caused, what could have been the genesis of this crazy tale that your husband has told you.
He said he read it somewhere.
Well, it indeed, first of all, let's go back 4 or 5 steps. By the fact that by keeping it on recirculation, you do cool the car faster, and it probably even mentions that in your book.
Yes.
Because when you're on recirculate, you pretty much recirculate the air that's in the car, and if you're taking air that starts off at 100 degrees and you cool it down to 90, 80, 70, you'll get there much faster by cooling the air that's already been cooled off, as opposed to taking fresh air from the outside all the time and exhausting that air you just cooled off.
Right.
However, when you have it on recirculate, you do not shunt off the outside air completely. Whether you have it on recirculate or not, you are always getting some outside air coming in.
Okay.
You're always getting some outside air.
And by the
coming
same token, when you have it on outside air, you're not getting 100% outside air.
That's right.
Well,
Both
getting
of these
exhaust
positions
fumes.
mean mostly.
Yeah, I'm getting the smell of the car in front of me, which I don't like.
Correct, but you're still getting it, except it's not strong enough when you're on recirc.
So you are perfectly within your constitutional rights
Absolutely.
to leave it on recirculate.
Oh, boy.
That's good, Nancy. That was very, very good. Oh, boy. And not only that, but you've got the constitutional right now to also tell your husband that he's nuts.
Oh.
And that's even better, isn't it?
It is.
Now, before you just spring this on him, Nancy.
Yeah.
I'd cook him a nice dinner first.
Yeah, right.
Be careful. Men have very fragile egos, as you know.
Yes, I do know that.
So,
And I predict that his first reaction will be, those jerks don't know what they're talking about. That will be his first reaction.
always be on the offensive
Yes.
when you know you're in big trouble.
Right.
So
I will be so sweet when I say
Yeah.
to him that he's nuts. I will.
Yeah.
I promise.
Be
Okay.
extra careful.
And
Yeah.
Nancy, I can tell that you're just the person to be that sweet. You
Yes,
sound like
I
a
will.
wonderful person.
I will. I promise.
Despite the fact that you said, "Oh boy," say it again.
Now, can I hang up now so I can call him?
Yeah, you can. Bye, Nancy. Thank
Thanks.
you.
Bye.
She wins the prize today. That "oh boy," I want that captured forever. Oh boy.
1-888-CAR-TALK or 1-888-227-8255. Hello, you're on Car Talk.
Hi,
Hi, who's this?
this is Chuck from Canfield, Ohio.
How you doing, Chuck?
Well, I'm so happy I got to sit on my hands to keep from waving at people.
So what's up? No, never
Well-
mind. What's going on, Chuck?
Well, I'm having a problem with my 1985 Astro, but before I get to it, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
I'm trying to figure out when, back in 1989, I was fortunate enough to be a puzzler winner on your show.
And you're
And
waiting
you're
for the
waiting
prize.
for the T-shirt?
Well, no. I wanted to know at what point in time did your budget get high enough that you could afford these great prizes rather than a Save the Skeets bumper sticker, which I think is what I got back in 1989.
Oh, did you really?
Well, when we got smart enough to say, send your answer in on the back of a $20
There you
bill.
go. That's right. I just used a postcard. I suppose.
You just use a
Yeah,
postcard.
well, you got the appropriate prize then.
Yeah, probably.
So you have a Chevy Astro van,
Yeah,
85.
I think that was the initial year it was made. I've got 170,000 miles on it.
Jeez,
It's been
good for
really
you.
Pretty good vehicle, but several months ago, I started having an idling problem with it. And the idling problem is it doesn't have an idle.
Oh.
It doesn't happen all the time, but if I'm on a lengthy trip where I'm running at sustained, reasonably high rates of speed, as I pull off the exit ramp or come to a stop sign, it'll just die. It'll fire right back up again, but it won't idle. The last time it happened, again, I was coming back from Columbus, and I just took it right to my mechanic, and he said, well, you got a stuck EGR valve.
That'll do it.
Yeah, and he said, all you need to do, he said, all I did was tap it, and it unfroze or whatever it did after he tapped it. He said, all you need to do is hit it with a hammer or poke it with a stick if that happens again.
And it
Well,
happens all the time
Well, it
now,
happens
right?
all the time, right? I keep a 2-foot-long stick in my, because that engine sits quite a ways back in that Astro, and a hammer, and when it happens, I pull to the side of the road, open the hood, put the end of the stick up against the EGR valve, and tap it.
That's no way to drive.
Now, you know what you need to do? I would go find a yard sale
Yeah.
and see if you can buy an old pinball machine. And
Oh,
take
it's one of
out,
those spring-loaded.
you know, the spring-loaded mechanism to hit the ball with.
Yeah.
You can use that and put it right up on the dashboard so it looks like an old choke lever. And every time you pull over, you just pull that and boom.
No, yeah. Well, that might work. I don't know.
Well, why didn't he replace it?
Well, he said that with 170,000 miles, he wasn't quite sure that was a smart thing to do. But my question is, I guess my question is there some kind of lubrication? Is it sticking because it needs lubricated?
No.
No.
Okay.
It's
Because
carboned
it's all
up.
crudded up inside.
All right. My second question is, once I tap it and get it free, can I disconnect the vacuum hose? Because I think the vacuum's what actuates the...
Yes, it is
E-
vacuum that operates. That is a violation of federal law to disconnect any
Let me ask
emission
the
control
question.
device
No.
whatsoever, punishable by $50,000 fine and 200 years in jail, whichever comes first.
Let me ask the question this way. If I were to do that, would it cause any other problems? And would it foul or disrupt any other systems in
We
the...
refuse
Yeah.
to answer on the grounds that it might tend to incriminate us.
Yes, there was one system that it will foul, and that is the air system. The EGR valve is there to reduce nitrous oxide emissions.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't do it. You
No,
can't
you-
disconnect. I mean,
It's not that expensive to replace.
Well,
and
it looked pretty tough to me. It looks to me like it's quite a job to get back in at that EGR.
oh, it may be, but the valve itself is probably $50 or $60,
That's
isn't it?
exactly right. I priced it. It was about $56.
$56. That's what I said. didn't I?
$56, right?
And even if you did it yourself, I mean, how many weekends could it take you?
Exactly right. And I guess if you accumulate all the time I'm beating on that thing with a stick.
I know you're a fine, upstanding citizen, Chuck, and you will do the right thing.
Well, thank you for the
And
advice.
the EPA has put a trace on this call anyway, so you
Yeah,
disconnect
won't be
this,
the
they're going to
first time. Okay.
take you away. They're going to put you in the solitary
What
confinement.
was that, $50,000 or 200 years in jail, whichever comes first?
Whichever comes first, yeah.
Okay. Thanks
See,
for the advice.
Thanks for calling, Chuck. Good
You
luck.
bet.
Bye-bye. 1-888-CAR-TALK or 1-888-227-8255. Hello, you're on Car Talk.
Hi, this is Mickey calling from St. Paul, Minnesota.
Hi,
How
Mickey.
you doing?
I'm doing okay.
What's up?
Well, I have a problem. I have a plague of the 82 Hondas.
Oh.
I've got, in the last 6 years, I've gone out with 3 men, and they all own 82 Hondas.
Really? Oh, how many years?
Well, in the last 6 years. I lived with one of them for 3 years, and
Oh.
I dated one for 2 years. And they're just relationships that I should not be in.
Was there something embedded in your personal ad that attracted these
That's
guys?
That's exactly what I put in my personal ad. I need a man with an 82 Honda. No,
Must
and
have
worse
own
off, they're all
Honda.
artists with 82 Hondas.
Oh, so
Yeah.
you went out looking for this trouble yourself.
Right.
Why did you do that?
Well, I don't know, but I recently met another man, and he drove a motorcycle. But, of course, in Minnesota, you can't always be driving motorcycles.
No, you can't.
So I said to him, what kind of car do you drive? And he said, well, I drive. And I said, no, wait, tell me. Don't tell me it's a Honda. And he said, yep, I drive a Honda. How do you know that? And I said, please don't tell me it's an 82 Honda. And he said, yes. Why do you know that I drive an 82 Honda?
Wow.
So I don't know what to do.
So this is the fourth guy now?
This is the fourth guy. I've been dating him for 2 months now, and he has this 82 Honda. And I'm not sure what to do about it. So I need some advice. He says he wants to get rid of it, but I don't see it happening.
You might not want him to. What happened to the other boyfriends?
The other boyfriend, well, I lived with one of them for a while. He still owns the Honda, and it just didn't work out in general. I mean, all these torturous relationships, and my instincts say run. My instincts say, since he's an artist and he has the 82 Honda, I shouldn't be dealing with it.
What do you do for a living?
What do? I work at a nonprofit photography gallery in Minneapolis.
Non-profit. That's one.
That's part of the problem.
That's part
why
of
you
the
meet
problem.
him. I mean, I don't know if I've got it written across my forehead or why I'm pegged with this. But and I like this guy. He's a great guy. But I'm not sure about the Honda thing.
Whoa.
Do I ask him to get rid of it?
Hold it here. You used the word love there.
I did not.
You did.
I said he was a great guy.
You said,
No,
I
no,
love this guy.
No.
No, did I use the word love?
That's what I thought you
I did
said.
not.
Play the tape back, Karen.
Play back the thing. I thought you said, I love this guy. He's a great guy. I thought something just slipped out.
No. Well, if it did, it was the first time, and I didn't mean it.
Well, we're going to play the tape. Don't go away, Mickey. We're going to play the tape.
We record every word that happens here.
The FCC makes us.
Yeah.
And Chrysler's lawyers.
Wait a minute. Just hold on a second.
I mean, I don't know if I've got it written across my forehead or why I'm pegged with this. But and I like this guy. He's a great guy.
Oh,
But
okay,
I'm
we
not
just heard
sure
it.
about the Honda.
Whoa,
Reading
whoa,
into
whoa,
it.
whoa.
Ask him to get rid of it.
Okay.
You're definitely reading into it.
Yeah. We just heard the tape. You said, I like this guy.
That's
He's a
right.
great guy.
That's right.
I'm sorry. I didn't. Well,
I knew
who
that
knows?
didn't
I mean,
flip
it may
out
be
yet.
significant that I heard it that way because, as you know, I do have these powers.
Psychic. My brother has psychic powers.
I have powers far beyond.
I
As my
know.
brother says, I make decisions
Unencumbered.
unencumbered by the thought process. So
what if I can get him to get rid of the Honda?
I would say that let him do anything he wants. This is the guy for you.
All right.
This is him.
Okay.
You-
If it's the guy for me, it's okay for him to have a Honda.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
It is
think,
interesting.
but I think it is time to break with tradition here.
I know.
I think it'll be a significant sign,
Right.
significant event
Right.
if this guy is willing to get rid of the Honda, because I think you have to tell him about the other 12 boyfriends.
Yeah.
There were only 3.
Oh, 3. I'm sorry. The other 3 boyfriends and their Hondas.
He knows. He knew from date one. I told him right away, this is it. It's over.
He knew from date one that the
Date
other
one.
guys had all owned 82 Hondas, and they were all, of course, out of the picture.
Right.
Yeah. What does this guy do besides ride around on his motorcycle?
Oh, well, he's a photographer. He's a commercial photographer, so he's in the money-making end of it.
He's in the money-making end of it.
Right.
But he obviously hasn't made any money because he's still driving an 82.
The 82 Honda.
Yeah, so he's a loser.
Right.
But
That's it.
he has the potential to be a non-loser.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think this is the guy. This is him.
It's
this
it?
is he.
All
This
right.
is it.
All right. Well, he's showering me with gifts, and I mean, I
Oh, see that?
can't. See, I'd rather he spend money on that than a new car.
Sure, Mickey.
Well,
this is the guy.
Okay.
Trust me on this.
All right.
And when you get married, if you should do that,
All right.
send us an invitation,
Okay.
or at least an announcement.
I'll put your name right on there.
See you later.
Bye-bye.
Okay, Tommy, look, it's time for us to take a little break and give our listeners a chance to stretch their legs.
And readjust their earplugs.
We'll be back in a minute.
Seldom in life do you wind up in circumstances so sublime. Tell me, who do you think such luck. I found me a trailer that matches my truck, and the spare from the truck fits the trailer. And the trailer, it echoes the truck's graceful lines. Tell me who do you think when you have such luck? I found me a trailer that matches my truck.
And even though lobsters everywhere look for the nearest pot of boiling water whenever they hear us say it, this is NPR.
Thanks for listening to Car Talk. For music games, puzzles, and trivia of all sorts, check out Ask Me Another. Ask Me Another. It's like trivia night, but without the overpriced drinks. Play along now at npr.org/podcast and on the NPR One app. Ha! We're back. You're listening to Car Talk with us, Click and Clack, the Tappert Brothers, and we're here to discuss cars, car repair, and a
short quiz to test your intelligence. Are you ready?
Duh.
Who sent me this? Probably Johnny Mellon. He sends me everything. How do you put a giraffe into a refrigerator?
One leg at a time.
Oh, it's close. The correct answer is you open the refrigerator, you put in the giraffe, you close the door.
Yeah.
Okay, this question is testing whether you tend to do simple things in an overly complicated way. That's good, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How do you put an elephant into a refrigerator?
Open the door, put the elephant in, and close the door. No, of course not.
Of course not. You open the refrigerator, you take out the giraffe. You can't fit both of them. See, this question tests your ability to think through the repercussions of your actions.
Of course.
Okay, here's another one. We'll change the subject a little bit.
Lost my head.
It's still animals, but it's different. The Lion King, you saw that movie, is hosting an animal conference. All the animals attend, except one. What animal doesn't attend the Lion King's animal conference?
Gee, what animal? I did not see The Lion King.
You didn't? Well, you don't have to.
I don't
king
have to.
is the king of the jungle, right?
Right.
The Lion King has an annual animal conference. All the animals come except one. The elephant. He's in the refrigerator. All right, you still got one more chance. There is a river that you must cross, but it is inhabited by crocodiles.
Yeah.
How do you manage it?
Throw your brother in first, and while they're eating him, you walk across their backs.
Not bad. Actually, you can just swim across because all the crocodiles are where? At the animal conference. Okay, well, you got 4 out of 5 wrong, which shows that you...
I have no creativity, no imagination, no adaptability.
This test, evidently, is given by the Anderson Consulting Worldwide Group. And they say that around 90% of the professionals that they tested got all the answers wrong. But many preschoolers got several correct answers. And Anderson Consulting says this conclusively disproves the theory that most professionals have the brains of a 4-year-old. They have less than the brains of a 4-year-old.
Well, anyway, if you run across something amusing and interesting and enlightening like this, send it to my brother because you know he'd love to see it.
I would.
Email it to him from cartalk.com.
Yeah, and while you're there, you can also check out the archival puzzle we post every week during the summer. We go back over our 30 years of weekly puzzlers, and we carefully select one that we deem worthy of sharing again.
Yeah, carefully select. When you reach into the barrel. 888 Talk. That's 888-227-8255. Hello, you're on Car Talk.
Hi, it's Christy.
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 From
Wait.
Don't tell us.
No, she's going to tell us where she's from. We're going to tell her how to spell it.
I'm from Chicago.
From Chicago. Oh, so it's just Christie.
T-Y.
T-Y.
Right, that's what he meant. T-Y.
That's what I meant. Yeah. See, if you had been like from
some other place,
like from L.A.
K-R-Y-S-T-E.
No, E.
E-E.
Not the way a cheerleader spells it.
Right, that's a cheerleader spelling.
Yeah. You got it.
So what's going on, Christy?
I want to ask you guys about a car problem that happened about 15 years ago to my dad's old Citation that I was driving. I've been feeling bad about it for a while, and I just kind of like to find out exactly what happened.
You want closure. They call this closure.
Yes, it is, closure.
Yeah. This is something that's been plaguing you for 15 years. causing you nightmares.
Is it something he's been
nights.
blaming you for 15 years?
Well, no, he doesn't really know. I mean, it's, you know.
But there is still reference to it after all these years?
Well, yeah. I mean, there's the car died, and I think he was kind of surprised.
Lay it on us.
Okay. I was about 16 years old, and I was driving from South Bend, Indiana.
Oh, it was your fault.
Well, shut up. Okay, I'm driving. It's I think it was about a 1982 Chevy Citation.
So you're driving from South Bend to where?
I'm trying to get down to the Indiana University down in Bloomington, Indiana. It's about a 4.5-hour drive.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Okay, I drive for about like half an hour, and the temperature light starts kind of coming on. I mean, it's kind of coming on, it's going off, it's coming on. It's not doing it in any kind of consistent way. You know, it'll blink on for a while. And so anyway, I was just like, okay, this is an electrical problem, so forget
So it's
this.
like, this is a glitch.
Yeah, right. Because
Yeah.
we've had some glitchy cars before. We've had some real lemons, so I'm like, this is just another weirdo car thing.
Yeah.
So I go into the glove compartment, get out a piece of tape, put it over the light, because I just don't want to be dealing with this.
Were you
'cause I
listening
got
to
somewhere
our
to
show
go.
at that time?
No, I didn't know you guys were. Were you guys on the air that
Well,
long
yeah,
ago?
we used to sell the special tape, in fact.
Yeah, we still have it. Yeah, so you put the tape over the light.
I put the tape over the light.
keep driving.
I keep driving. Well, I start losing acceleration, but that doesn't really stop me. I keep going until the car actually just stops. I mean, I can't actually go any further.
Yeah.
And now I'm kind of like in southern Indiana, and I get towed down to this little mechanic shop.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
They put a new thermostat in the car, but they told me to go back to South Bend. They're like, this is, they said this is like a Band-Aid, but, go back to South Bend. And, of course, I didn't. I drove another 3 hours, went down to Indiana, Bloomington, drove back the next day, 4.5 hours.
You drove down to Bloomington because your boyfriend was there, right?
I had a party to go to down there. I was young. So,
You turn around, you drive 4 hours back.
yeah. And the car was fine. I
The
don't
light
remember
is not
having
on.
any...
Oh, no.
Tape's off and the
Tape's
light's
off.
out.
Light's not blinking anymore.
Good.
Problem solved.
Gotcha. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so I get back to South Bend, and my dad then got in the car to go to work. He works about 10 minutes from our house, and the car just blows up. It just stopped.
Oh.
The engine block was almost melted together. It was a major problem. And my dad was just utterly confused. And of course, he came home and asked me if anything happened, and I said, I don't know. Gosh,
Yeah. Car ran like a dream all the way down and all the way back.
So what I'm trying to figure out is why the car. Did I really ruin his car, I guess? Or was this just a random thing that
Random, my foot. You overheated the engine.
Because
Okay.
because the thermostat was malfunctioning, and when the light started to come on, it was telling you the engine was running hot. You
why
ignored
didn't
it.
it just stay on?
Huh?
Why did the light just stay on? Why was it going on and off?
Well, it was probably staying on after you put the black tape over it, but you couldn't see it.
Yeah.
So the light was staying on enough to let you know that the thing was overheating, and the engine got hotter and hotter, and you began to melt the pistons and melt the rings and deform the crankshaft and stretch out the connecting rods. And then when they put the thermostat in, the new thermostat, you must have just averted a meltdown by seconds.
Oh, you think? Oh,
I
okay.
think so.
How you made it back how you did another 6 hours of driving is somewhat miraculous, actually.
Oh.
And you are right in thinking that you had nothing to do with it, but you're wrong.
And it can only be
Because you
attributed
did.
to the fine engineering of this Chevrolet engine.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Really? I always thought that was a crappy car, but maybe not. Huh?
And
Well,
this
it was
is-
after you got a hold of it.
when people say that the engine melted, typically what happens is you throw a rod. It's very common. And
Okay.
you did that. You are absolutely responsible for this engine.
Yeah, when the thing gets really hot, what happens is the bearing material will melt, the connecting rod bearings and the main bearings, and then you'll have low oil pressure, and the bearing will start, because the bearing is melted, the connecting rod will start slapping against the crankshaft, and next thing you know, the thing breaks because the bolts can't hold it, and the engine is toast.
Oh, okay.
Everyone knows that when that temperature light comes on, you stop.
No, not everyone.
Because
Not everyone knows that.
Because driving with the temperature light on is the kiss of death.
Is Dad still alive, or did this kill him?
No, he's still alive.
Well, how do you feel now? I mean, now that we've told you that absolutely,
Well, you just
almost without a doubt, you were responsible for the demise, the very early demise of this wonderful car that Dad had.
I feel bad because he really never knew what happened, and he just thought it was just another bad car.
What if we told him? Would that be bad? Would it be cathartic for you?
Now, Christy, I think you need to resolve this. I mean, just your knowing is not enough.
You don't think so?
We need Dad's number.
But you know.
We need his number.
Is he home?
Okay.
Go ahead.
He's at work.
We'll take the number off the air, but we're calling Dad at work.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Yeah. And what's his name?
Is Richard?
Richard.
Right. How old is Richard?
He's 60. He just had a birthday. He's 61.
61. He probably would be retired now if he were still making car payments. They offered him that early retirement, but he said, "No, I got to pay off this Buick that I'm driving."
We're going to try to get him. Can you stay on the line,
Sure.
Christy? I mean, you don't mind confronting him about this?
He's got a real bad phone manner. I'm just warning you.
Oh, don't worry. So do we.
Okay.
Okay, we're dialing him now.
Okay.
Christy, do you know if Daddy-O knows us?
Yeah, he does. Mm-hmm.
He does?
Yeah, our whole family likes the show.
Cool.
In that case, he's likely to hang up on us or not.
Dick Conklin.
Hey, Richard.
Yes.
This is Tom and Ray Magliozzi from Car Talk.
Ah, I'm blessed.
Well, not necessarily.
Not necessarily?
No.
We were just talking to your daughter, Christy.
You're right.
Yeah. Well, she called to cleanse her soul.
Okay.
She called to describe to us a little incident with your Chevy Citation.
You may not remember this. You may have tried
sure.
You may have tried to block this out.
Yeah, seared, I think, is a proper verb.
Yeah, she said it like through a rod.
You threw a rod.
Through a rod.
And you have no idea why this happened. Have you had your suspicions all these years?
Lack of oil.
Yeah.
Yeah, but do you know anything else about it?
No.
You don't know all the dirty details.
There are some things that paterfamilias doesn't want to know.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we're going to tell you all the details. She was driving the thing to Bloomington. You knew that.
Yes, I knew that.
And along the way, the temperature light began flashing. You didn't know that.
No.
No, you didn't know
She's never
that.
told you this.
And it was annoying.
She kept driving without any water in the radiator?
Well, worse than that. She put black tape over the light because the light was
At least you can laugh about it, Richard.
And she finally coasted into a gas station with the engine glowing. and the two guys that were there told her that she'd probably hit fried it, but they would put a new thermostat in and send her back home.
Oh, wonderful.
She didn't go home.
She didn't go home.
She didn't take their advice because the light went out. She went to the party down in Bloomington, then drove all the way back to South Bend the next day.
Ooh.
And gave you the car, making you think that everything was just hunky-dory. And she's been living a life of sin,
deception,
crime, and deception.
Well,
now, I think you would ask if she recounted the story to us correctly. You would ask her if anything unusual had happened on her trip, and she denied it.
Yeah.
She said, no, fine, no problems.
Well, she can't live with this lie anymore.
She's with us right now, Dick.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Christy?
Hi, Dad.
Hi, Dad.
Hi, Dad. Sure.
Hi, Chrissy. Chrissy, you didn't tell them about the broken axle on the 1966 Buick.
I didn't break that axle.
Right.
Come on, Christy, come clean.
About the new radiator on the 1984 Nova.
No, Dad, you bought me that broken axle car for $500 and sent me, on my merry way. That's why that axle broke. That thing was a lemon.
Yeah, sure.
Tom and Ray, you've got to realize that my daughter is to cars what Alban Berg is to melody, the expressionist conductor.
Yes.
Well,
whatever.
Oh,
look
boy.
The country ought to be thankful that she's now in a city with decent public transportation and doesn't need to own a car.
So you don't hold it against her that she withheld this crucial information all these years.
Well, not in this public forum, you won't.
I love my daughter. That's
you
my
love
only
your daughter.
comment.
Isn't it something?
Thanks, Dad.
Is Christy your only child?
She's my only daughter.
She's
my
only daughter.
only limits tester.
Well, Christy, do you want to make a formal public apology to Daddy-O, both for wrecking his car and for living this life of deception for 15 years?
But I've suffered suffered for this.
Well, so was Dad.
You have suffered from...
You didn't suffer any more than my pocketbook at the time.
Did it cost a lot? I can't remember.
Fred and Jim's garage bought a boat in the
for each of them.
Right.
It was terminal. It had to be reconstructed from scratch.
Oh, yeah, no, it's terminal.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think this warrants a full-scale apology.
Oh, come on, you guys.
Come on, Christy. And some groveling and maybe a few tears. Like, Dad, I'm sorry.
It's 15 years ago. Water under the bridge.
There is no statute of limitations on deception to your father.
Oh, my God.
And there's no statute of limitations on forgiveness either. Chris.
Oh, God
what?
bless you,
See,
Richard.
isn't he nice? Okay, I'm sorry, Dad.
Boy, that sounded real heartfelt. Sorry, Dad.
Sorry.
Hey, that's as much as you're going to get out of it.
It sounds that way. Well, she's your daughter, not ours. Good luck.
Thank God.
Okay, Dad.
Hey, Richard, you're a wonderful guy.
Oh, thanks much.
Have a nice day.
Okay, you too.
See you.
See you later.
See you, Christy.
Bye,
Okay,
Christy.
bye-bye, guys.
Try to be good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Chris. See
See
you
ya.
at the ski park.
Yeah, we'll leave you two to chat. Bye-bye. Oh, don't I love solving these little familial conflicts?
Wow.
Well, it's happened again. You've wasted another perfectly good hour
You
listening
ain't
to
kidding.
Car Talk. Our esteemed producer is Doug the Subway Fugitive, not a slave to fashion, Bongo Boy Berman. Our associate producers are David the Calves of Belleville Green and Catherine Frau Blucher Fenolosa. Our web lackey is Doug the Old Gray Mare, assisted by Connie Britchford. Our engineer is John Cartman Perotti. Our theme music is by David Dog Grisman. And our technical, spiritual, and menu advisor, just back from the Turtle Bay Frito-Lay Cheese Soufflé, Nescafe, Chardonnay, Peach Sorbet, and Milky Way Free Lunch Cabaret is John Bugsy Lawler. Our public opinion pollster is Paul Murky of Murky Research, assisted by statistician Margin of Error. Our customer care representative is Haywood Jabuzzoff. Our personal makeup artist is Bud Tugley. Our videographer from the Tel Aviv School Donation Program. You get a tax deduction, and your station will use the proceeds to make more of the programs you love. Find out how you can participate right now over at cartalk.com.
Car Talk is a production of Dewey, Cheatham and Howe and WBUR in Boston.
And even though Einstein says, so maybe God does play dice with the universe when he hears us say it, this is NPR.